Well, this is my first visit to Birmingham. I just got off the Liverpool side. I feel very depressed when I look at the awful bloody state the place is in, you know. I mean, how the heck people could throw a place like this up? It's like 1984. It's bad. You know, the only thing you can say about the style and design of the buildings here is that they have no style. Birmingham has no style, and the middle class have no style anyway. You know, I think, when you get a city designed by middle class people, architects and planners, whose values are for, existential, they are isolated people. These are the people who want the semi-detached, and when they get a few more bob, will get a fully detached. These are quite different values to the working class. And these values are pushed into the city now, and we have got to conform to them. I mean, what can you say about it? A place without style, without form. Well, we walked up from the railway station into the bull ring, and you can't use the roads, they got them fences up. And you're directed, there's little notices and arrows telling you where to go everywhere. And so really, for people in a working class area like Birmingham who are on shift work and who have to clock on and clock off on the production line, when they've finished work, to come into a city centre like this for a bit of relaxation and to start being directed and confined all over again. I think the streets should belong to the people. The streets are ours. I think the people should swing along streets, as naked apes, like the hairy apes swing on trees. But as you can see, we've got all these little homogenised sewers with neon lights. Even in midday, of all the absolute balls up that's been made by architects and planners since 1948, Birmingham is the daddy of them all. It should be declared a disaster area, I think. It's not a town now, it's just a highway. Christ, how the hell they got away with it, I don't know, And the machine occupies the city, it occupies the roads. I mean, for me, a civilised city is a place where people can go on the streets and talk and communicate, But when you've got a car dominating the city, that you can't cross the road, that the car furniture is on the pavements, those fences and little machines that you stick your tanners in, and that everywhere you look, you see some reference to the motor car. I mean, and the people are being forced underground. There's something gone wrong. I think there's big business, the banks, the insurance companies, the big names in the motor industry who are making a lot of loot out of it, have really used city councils and planners for their own ends. And they've purposely made the motor car take over the city. It's been deliberate. I've just been in the toilets here, and we've seen all the fittings ripped off and all like that. Well, I really can't blame them, because having walked around this precinct, or whatever they call it, pedestrian precinct, that the centre here is just one big toilet. At least it looks like it. And I think the real vandals here have been the planners. Well, I've arrived here at this nice little oasis, you know, but it's surrounded by this awful noise and the cars buzzing round. But the one thing I do like about it is the lady, the full frontal nude over there, which is, you know, I think it's the best thing I've seen in the city up to date. I've had a look, but I can't see who's done it, you know. They haven't put the fella's name on it. I read it's put there to commemorate the ring road. Well, I'm glad to see she's turned her backside to it, you know. I think that's a fair comment. And when you look around, you know, the traffic and these two filing cabinets, you know, you can keep it. You know, we're looking at that post there, you know, to be reborn implies a resurrection, you know. I mean, being born again, coming out fresh and new, you know. But having seen the city, it's more like a crucifixion, you know. I think the majority of working class, you know, are artists. They work with their hands. I think the working class of Birmingham have hard hands because they can push stuff around. They're a constructive society, Birmingham working class, you know. They make things. It's not a consumer society, for instance, like London. And I think working class like this are a talented people. And given half a chance, you know, instead of being forced to put these awful bloody buildings up, you know, they could also design them. Someone's responsible for this. This has been imposed on the people of Birmingham. I suspect it's these young men who've come out of grammar schools with their A-levels and their blazers on their badges, or the economic men who've come mincing out the university with their degrees in, you know, town planning or what have you. There's one thing for sure. Anyone who can do this has no love for the city of Birmingham or its people.